G'day everyone, welcome. This is a segment I'll be doing regarding baking. I have a whole heap of ingredients over here. I'm calling this segment the Gleeful Goodies. I'm so looking forward to making these. It'll be an every Friday deal, and I'm going to be basing them after games. So I have been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World recently since Iceborne has most recently come out. I'm having a blast with it. And so I have gotten myself little cat cookie cutter, and I'll be making Palico head cookies. These are going to be gluten-free chocolate sugar cookies. We have a celiac here, so I'll be making everything gluten-free. If you request it, I'll make things that's even dairy-free. So let's all just have some fun with this, shall we? Rightio, let's just move that beater out of the way a little bit for you. So you can't really see much of what's going on here because I don't actually have a proper tripod and I'm really just using my phone right now. But what I've got going here is I've got my recipe book, which is also hidden behind the beater. And what we've got here is 3/4 cups of butter, preferably room temperature. We've got 1 cup of sugar. We got an egg. This is a large egg. We'll be needing a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We have 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, which has been leveled. We have 3/4 cups of cocoa powder. We'll be needing 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And a bit of pinch of salt. I'm just using regular table salt, given the fact that I got really nothing else. Over here off the camera, we've got a spatula. We'll also be needing a beater. A spatula, a medium and a large size bowl, as well as the cookie cutter you'll be wanting. I know that my head is off screen and I am actually looking at this thing, but unfortunately, again, I really got nothing to do with that. We'll also be needing baking paper and a baking sheet to cook the cookies on. Alright, let's get started, shall we? So what we'll be doing in a large bowl, large bowl, we'll be beating together the butter until smooth and creamy. So grab my spatula, I can just go right in there, get in there. Make sure I got it all. Nothing's worse than not getting it all. There. Oh, sorry about the cord. I have a bit of learning to do. Alright, so we beat this on high until light and smooth. Let's do this. Oh, it helps if it's turned on. So I apologize about the interference of the beater and the cord, but you're fairly low to the counter. But we've got this all light and creamy. I'm just going to scoop down the sides a bit. I like doing the do technique instead of the scrape. We'll add our sugar. I have a bowl of sugar here. And beat on high until it's fluffy and then becomes light in color. So in goes the sugar. A spoonful of sugar. Sorry. We beat again until it's light in color and fluffy. Alright, I think that is looking good. Just scrape down the sides again. Alright. Alrighty guys, so I just realized I screwed up. I forgot to hit record, and so I have to sort of tell you guys what I did in between there. I don't have to, but I'll give you guys some context. So we left off beating the sugar and the butter together. So after that, you'll want to beat together, pop in your vanilla extract and your egg and beat until well combined. Now in a separate bowl, the medium-sized bowl, there I had the white one that I pulled out first. You want to sieve together your flour, baking powder, salt, and cocoa powder, and then you whisk it together until well combined. That was quite a beautiful sight. I love doing that. It looks so satisfying. So then you'll want to beat on slow to combine your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients. And you'll want to be really gentle, otherwise you'll make a big cocoa cloud. And I managed to do that a couple of times. Well, not big ones, but minor ones, but it was enough. I accidentally inhaled some at some point and whoops. But that you've got that and you beat it up. And what you do is you pull out 2 strips of food safe plastic wrap or Glad wrap, depending on what you'd like to call it. And you divide your dough in half and pop them into each, wrap it up, pop it in the fridge for about an hour to overnight. I let mine sit for about 2 hours. And this was the result. Alright, so we have let them chill. I've pulled them out of the fridge already. This is just the one out of the 2. I have taped down a sheet of grease-proof paper to my bench, so when we pull the dough out, it can just go on here instead of the bench. I'll be sprinkling down a bit of cocoa powder on it. I've got a prepared baking sheet here, ready for the biscuits to go on, and of course, a cat-shaped cookie cutter. That is a tongue twister. I've also got my rolling pin, and well, first and foremost, before we do anything else, we have to preheat the oven, and it is going to go to 175 degrees or 165 fan forced. Keep in mind I use Celsius and not Fahrenheit. So, fan bake, 165. Perfect. So now while that is preheating behind me, let's roll out our dough and cut out some cookies. It feels fairly soft, so I'm hoping this works. If not, oh well, it was worth a shot. I embarrassed myself all over YouTube, apparently. And plop. There we go. Oh, I forgot to sprinkle down the baking powder. Oh dear, it's very greasy. So it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. So I'm just going to pop that aside. Oops. And get our dough and pop it in the very center. We roll it out about 1/4 inch. Oh, okay. So this is not going to work. Alright, so I had to do a bit of trial and error real quick. I had to absolutely smother my rolling pin in cocoa powder, because if I use plain flour or all-purpose flour, you might get streaks, unwanted streaks. So I used a heap of cocoa powder and absolutely smothered my rolling pin in it. And so we're just going to roll it out nice and gently. Maybe pushing a little too. I hardly ever roll out dough, so this is a new experience. So it would seem I'm pushing a little too hard. And chunks of it are coming off on my rolling pin. So just nice and gentle rolls. It's very fudgy almost. I don't think I'm gonna get many cookies out of this because it's my first time trying this recipe. But hopefully next time is a bit better. Alright, so I'm going to grab a little someone to pick them up with. I can't think of the word I'm after. As if I've actually got one. Ta-da! Got it! Probably should have went hunting beforehand. So we'll take our cat-shaped cookie cutter and cut out some pieces. And hope this doesn't fail miserably. Best thing with cookie dough is you can just eat it. Like after it's chilled, you can just eat it. It's really good. So we've gotten all of that. I'm going to grab a bowl. I'm going to pull up all of this extra dough and we'll transfer these cookies over to our baking sheet and re-roll it out and go again. Alright, as much as I would love to say that this baking was a resounding success, it was not. I cannot even pick up these biscuits at all. I don't know if I didn't let them refrigerate enough. But I've really had no guidance whatsoever. And the absolute disaster that this has become is that there is my cookie without the ears. Like, that is meant to be this, but without the ears apparently, because it just, I've screwed up this batch So I guess I'll just roll it up and have it sometime. Alrighty everyone, well that's it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, let me know. If you have hints and tips and whatever else I might need to know, let me know as well. I know I didn't successfully do this, but it was an experiment. You can't start from the top and expect all the recipes to work all the time. I might give it another shot at some point, but to say I'm not entirely pleased that it didn't work, but things happen, and I'm not the most experienced baker, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, and I'm going to bring you things that are a bit more compelling, successful bakes. But this one may have been a dunce, but we still have cookie dough that we can eat. That's a win for me. Next time we might make some cupcakes and see where that leads us. Who knows what we'll do. Alrighty again, thanks for watching Gleeful Goodies, and I'll be seeing you shortly.